With Gray's hand clasped around mine, the two of us stroll down the city sidewalk until we come across a for sale sign. Is this it? Gray asks. He looks up at the aged brick exterior of the building nearest to the signage. It looks pretty nice, from the outside at least. As I gaze at the charming city store for sale, with its large glass windows and cute striped awning, I can imagine the raindrop logo over the shop front. Yeah, I think so too. Much nicer than how my last location originally looked. I reply, let's hope the inside is just as fine. Nice. Well, I'm sure you'll be able to fix it up if it isn't to your standards. Gray says, you did an amazing job last time. You can do it again. I couldn't believe how different the building looked. Gray muses. I thought there was no way I was going to convince the new owner to keep renting me their basement. A sly grin sneaks into Gray's lips. He glances over at me, his head cocked slightly to one side. Luckily for me, the new shop owner happened to fall for my charms. That wasn't it at all, I protest. Oh yeah? Gray cocks an eyebrow. Why did you let me stay then? I wanted to make up for high school, I say genuinely. Even though it would have been so much more convenient for me to send you away, I wanted to take the opportunity to help you out. I lower my eyes, feeling a wave of guilt wash over me. It feels incredibly familiar to what I felt when Gray first asked if he could stay in my basement those few months ago. I know my actions put you through a lot these past 10 years, even if it was Even who planted the knife. Gray sighs softly before placing his fingers underneath my chin and gently lifting my head to meet his gaze. Well, although I can't pretend that you taking pity on me was what I wanted to hear, that decision was the reason we got the chance to know each other. Gray leans in to kiss me, his lips just starting to part. Before we connect, the clerk of heels running down the sidewalk interrupts. So sorry I'm late. We turn to see the seller's agent. I had previously set an appointment with rush towards me. Let's get you both in so you can see the rest of the place, she says, pulling out a set of keys. But as you can see already, this is a wonderful building set in the heart of downtown Clanner. It's a prime shopping destination with plenty of restaurants and other stores nearby. She unlocks the dark oak door at the front entrance, leading us inside. With its waxed wooden floors and bright, clean windows, it's clear this place is in much better shape than my last. The seller shows us the entirety of the main floor quickly, while still giving plenty of details about the positive features of the site. By the time we've returned to the front of the shop, I'm convinced this place is my next step. It's perfect, I whisper to Gray. I whirl around to face the seller's agent, plastering on a discerning expression. Well, it's not perfect. I've seen a lot of other places this week, and this one clearly needs a little bit of work. The floors in the back need to be refinished, and the wallpaper's outdated. I don't think it's worth the asking price, I state firmly. Though the agent looks taken aback, she quickly recovers. The two of us begin negotiations, arguing back and forth until we reach a number she says she'll bring to her client. Once that's concluded, she excuses herself, saying that Gray and I are welcome to look around a little longer on our own. Now, alone with him, I trace my hand along the walls, trying to picture how the displays should be set up. Remind me to take you with me next time I need a new car, Grace says with a smile. I shrug my shoulders. Never hurts to try, especially with large purchases. Anyone can do it. But not everyone can do it well, Gray points out. True. Hey, speaking of large purchases, I hesitate for a moment before continuing. Have you heard anything about Even? About drugs? Even hasn't left police custody since he was arrested that day in his warehouse. Last I heard, he was denied bail at his hearing, Gray answers. And besides, Gray's silver eyes flashed as he pauses. He's not a threat to us anymore, even if he somehow was released. I got hold of his house keys while we fought back then, and I've since destroyed all the evidence he had against me. Though this is all good news, it doesn't quite comfort me. There's something else that's on my mind. I just worry. I mean, there are so many people there that day. What if they wanted to avenge Even or take his place? Would they come after us? I question. Gray shakes his head firmly. I promise you, Hazel, you're safe now. It's all over. The police shut it down. When the money is gone, so are the opportunists, Gray says confidently. He walks over to me and moves in close, planting a trail of kisses along my neck. For a moment, I close my eyes and enjoy the sensation of my body relaxing at his touch. But I know better than that to get caught up in him right now. Careful, I say, swatting him playfully. I don't own this place yet. Aw, that's just a formality now, isn't it? Surely we can. I jump back from Gray's attempt to secure my waist in his grasp, giggling all the while. Not until the paperwork is signed, mister. You're no fun, Gray protests. Aw. You're no fun, Gray protests. At least meet me 4 drinks tonight to celebrate you making your first offer. Is that really something to celebrate? Shouldn't we wait until I have an accepted offer? I laugh. We'll go out then, too. Gray grins. Alright then, it's your money, I tease. Gray opens his mouth to say something, but then closes it abruptly. What? I ask curiously. Nothing, he says innocently. I place my hands on my hips, not buying the act. It's a surprise, Gray smiles slyly. And when will I get this surprise? The upturn to his lip increases until his smile turns wicked. That's also a surprise. I feign a groan, which he finds amusing. So, drinks tonight? Let's meet at Wasted in an hour. See you then, I say. I kiss him on the cheek before leaving, wanting the full 60 minutes to prepare. When I walk into Wasted at the beginning of the night, the first thing I do is search for Gray. To my utter bewilderment, I find him working behind the bar, dressed cleanly and pouring liquid into a shaker with confidence. I walk over to him in a daze, studying his movements closely. I cautiously approach the bar but stop a few feet away. Gray? I ask nervously. My call catches his attention and he looks over at me with a proud smile on his face. Hazel, you're here, he exclaims. Come sit down. Sliding into a seat at the far end of the table, I look up at the still grinning Gray. Since when do you work here? I question. Since today, actually. The last guy quit after the Riverside Clanner brawl that took place here last month, and the owners have been desperate to find someone to fill his shoes. Gray smiles at me, a force of calm combating the shock I felt from seeing something unexpected. As that emotion settles, several powerful others take its place: excitement, pride, joy. Great, this is amazing, I exclaim. What a great fit for you. You're so used to working nights, and I know you mentioned mixing drinks during poker games before. I'm really happy for you, I smile. Gray's own smile is so strong it practically lights up the room. Thanks, Hazel. That's sweet of you to say. So, was this your surprise? I ask. Well, not exactly. Before I can respond, I feel a sudden tap on my shoulder coming from behind. I swivel in my stool to find Sarah right behind me and Jet just a bit further away. Hey, I say, surprised. What a coincidence. I didn't expect to see you two here tonight. Sarah's brow furrows at my words. What do you mean, Hazel? We were all planning on meeting here tonight. Now it's my turn to look befuddled. You didn't tell her? Jet asks Gray. Tell me what? I turn to stare at the silver-eyed man behind the bar as well. It was a surprise, Gray explains.